KiwiSaver hardship withdrawals are on the rise. The Financial Markets Authority's KiwiSaver annual report for 2025 shows that financial hardship withdrawals increased sharply this year, up a whopping 50.8% to 44,000. A total of 443.6 million has been withdrawn. A very tidy sum, up 179.3 million from the previous year. Now, applications for withdrawals must go to a scheme supervisor for approval, but one debt specialist says they seem to be signed off because there was something that could be dealt with immediately. But not only that, people often push for cash even when there are better options. Christine Liggins, CEO of DebtFix, warns that using KiwiSaver like a regular savings account will leave people much less in the future. Check this out. So you take out, say, $8,000, potentially could cost around 50 grand over 30 years. It adds up. Christine Liggins, she joins me now. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me.
No, look, I've been, looking at these kind of stories of late, Christine, because, I was aware that financial hardship withdrawals were on the rise, but gosh, I didn't think they were up this much, over 50%. Have you ever seen such a big jump in recent years, or at all?
It's been steadily getting worse. I don't think TikTok and Facebook help, because I think it makes it seem accessible to anyone if you know what to say and what to do. That's what TikTok and Facebook are telling you. It's just a shame because, like you said, if you take 8,000 out today, that could be 50,000 that you actually need when you turn 65.
Yeah. So you mentioned Facebook and TikTok. Is this where people are talking about ways to pull your money down?
Yes, there's how to get your KiwiSaver out on TikTok, I believe. I haven't looked. I have avoided TikTok because it just scares the bejesus out of me.
No, I'm not on TikTok, but then I'm not 15, so...
Yeah, not me neither.
but Christine, times are tough. People are struggling with everyday bills to get by. I mean, you can understand why people turn to their KiwiSaver, can't you?
It's a shame, and absolutely, yeah, we completely understand that there's absolute hardship out there. It doesn't help that, we also hear about job losses, but then when you apply for a benefit with work and income, it takes weeks before that kicks in. So, what are you going to do in the meantime? I think the problem is we haven't saved for a rainy day as much as we thought we should have done, and that's because we were in stable jobs and we thought they were safe, and suddenly everything's on shaky ground, and where we thought we were safe, we've now found ourselves without a job, and it's hitting a lot of us. The problem we've got is that some people are reaching out to KiwiSaver for the wrong thing and using it, predominantly as a savings account, which clogs up the system for the ones who actually need the money for hardship. And we are trying to address that. But yeah, times are tough. I don't know the answer. The government seems to be changing things around, but not helping the cost of living crisis that we're in. And in some cases making it worse with all the job losses. But it's a difficult situation.
What alternatives are there, Christine? Because you've mentioned something called no asset procedures. Can you explain what that is?
So a no asset procedure is where you've got total debt under $50,000 and you have got no means to pay. So you've got no house, you've got no income, you've got no means to pay. And that could help you write off your unsecured debt for the next 12 months, which helps you get back on track, which is what it was designed to do. But, there's financial mentors up and down the country that could help you review your budget, review your costs. You can apply for hardship with your creditors and mortgages as well. You can apply to the bank to hardship because we're seeing so much unforeseen. I didn't know I was going to lose my job.
Yeah.
So apply for that. Apply for all the entitlements you can with working income. I know some people don't like to tap into working income because of the fakama, the shame, the humiliation, but it's there for a reason, and it's there to help people. So we really need to be using these other resources before we dip into our KiwiSaver. Or, when we come 65, we're going to be knocking on someone's door again then.
Yeah. So when you say this to your clients, and you kind of walk through other alternatives, is it frustrating if they go, oh, yeah, that sounds good. Anyway, I'm going to go for a withdrawal. Is that quite common?
It is quite common, and it's very frustrating. But there's not much we can do about it because we've obviously identified hardship, and they could get the money within 5 days.
Yeah.
Or they could apply for this, that, and the other, which might take longer. And they think it's a quick fix, but it's not helping. Well, and they really need to do the other things as well as too.
Yeah, because they'll find themselves back again. So then how easy is it? Too easy, Christine, to withdraw from KiwiSaver? I thought, providers and supervisors, they have to check, don't they, that people have exhausted other options?
Yeah, absolutely. So it isn't too easy. You have to provide a lot of evidence: bank statements, debt statements, proof of income, proof of job loss, proof of costs that you want covering. You have to provide all that. And also we have to look at your budget in a sustainable and realistic manner. What does your budget look like? And can you afford this by other means? So have you applied for finance? Have you, applied for a reduction in hardship with your creditors? You really have to have done all that before we go forward. Absolutely.
Okay. So, I mean, I read, is it true that complaints can also push staff to approve withdrawals quickly? Is there a bit of a twisty arm situation going on here?
There's a wrong attitude out there that it's a savings account and it's my money, give it to me. Yeah. And that attitude does push some providers, some supervisors to, oh, look, just here's the money, Yeah. Unfortunately, because it gets to media and then it's, they're not letting people who have the money who are in hardship. And actually, if you delve further into it, they probably didn't need it, and they could probably have made some changes. Not everyone. I'm not saying everyone is wrong to do this, but some people can make some changes, and it's in their benefit not to take the KiwiSaver out.
Yeah. I think there are people, just a lot of people, we just don't kind of work out the long-term numbers. And we're focused, and I understand it, on the right here, right now situation, and we hope to make it up later. We think, oh, we've got 25 years, 30 years, what's she banging on about? Is that fair? Is that a fair statement?
That's an absolute fair statement. We also hear people say, look, I just want to take my KiwiSaver out to do this, and then I'm going to get a lump sum, and then I'll pay it back. Yeah. And I just wonder how many pay it back.
If you had $1 for every client that said that, you would be retired yourself.
Absolutely, I wouldn't be. Yeah, I'd be on an island somewhere. I'll tell you.
Even though the intention is there, I might have said it myself. I haven't drawn down from KiwiSaver, but in the past, other times I've taken money out that was supposed to be for something else, and I've gone, as soon as I get a big lump sum, I'm going to put it back in there. And you never do. You don't.